Do you need some fresh tips or ideas for studying and learning Chinese vocabulary? And no, these aren't going to be the usual ones that you get, like write down some flashcards or use an Anki spaced repetition software. I'm making this video because Wendy, a member of my DIY Chinese program, also wanted to know some Chinese tips, and I thought I would share with you some of what I told her for brevity. So this tip is going to be learn vocabulary words in related chunks. So if you're in a class or you're studying on your own with a book, first, don't do it by yourself. You're going to need a language exchange partner or a tutor to do this technique, and here's what will happen. When in the book you learn the word for airplane, you're going to ask your language exchange partner or tutor to give you similar words. I'll tell you an example, but scientifically our brain does this thing called chunking, where it puts related knowledge and words and vocabulary and situations together for better memory. It's kind of like where if you memorized a random string of numbers, like 876282346, it'd be hard to remember. But if I say a phone number like 418-253-0183, if you're from here in the States where I am, that number makes sense to you because it's in our standard telephone format. By the way, thank you for subscribing to my channel and hitting that notification bell so that you know when I'm releasing videos that can help you out. So you hear the word for airplane in your book, and then maybe you learn the word for flight, 航班, or for security, 安检. Yeah, I don't want you looking these words up on your own. I want you to be efficient, which is why you need that language exchange partner to deepen your learning. And if you're learning on your own and you want to stop this sort of off, on, start, stop, but make consistent progress and increase your motivation and confidence in yourself, then you probably want to head to the link in the descriptions and check out my program, the 8-week long DIY Chinese challenge, where I literally coach you step by step how to study speaking, listening, reading, and writing in a group with other people. That way, your progress is not reliant upon taking a class, because you'll pay for one class and pay for another class, but when the classes stop, you don't want your progress to stop. You've got to be autonomous, self-sufficient. Currently, I only do this DIY Chinese challenge 3 or 4 times a year. It's probably closed at the moment, but you can go down to the descriptions below and hop on the wait list. That way you're the first to know when doors open for the next challenge. So what if you're learning Chinese by yourself and you think, oh, I'm gonna put post-it notes on things around my house. Let's change that up and learn the words. Maybe you found them in your book, or maybe just because you're motivated. Let's learn some extra words for things that we wouldn't normally know. And again, you'll use your language exchange partner. Here's what I did literally a few days ago. I looked at something called a chip bag clip, right? So I took a video of this chip bag clip thing, and then I sent it to 2 Chinese friends, and I asked them what it was. And so they sent me the characters, but each one sent a different thing. So here is a ninja tip, or maybe a kung fu tip, because China, you know, right? So copy and paste what your tutor or your Chinese friend sends to you and put it into Baidu.com image search and see if the result returned is indeed the item that you want to learn. That way you can double check and you don't get stuck with some weird vocabulary. See, I'm giving you these techniques. I doubt you heard them anywhere else, right? Because I'm a language coach. Tap or click the screen right there if you're a beginner and want to see my favorite book for learning Chinese characters.